13 charges drawn this year. Tumani Kamara on defense. A year ago, 89-77. Scoot turns the corner, picked it up off the dribble, and sends in a tomahawk. Wow, did he ever rise on that one?
Yeah, when he could play the speed, watch out.
Oh, that was so sick. I loved it. Scoot Henderson in his first night back. A jam. Quite a jam it was. And the Blazers get the win. The final tonight, 135-115. Teddy Grant and David and company are very excited. Michael has turned into the stage manager up here. Just wrangling children.
I always wanted to do that. Let's go. You're on. All right.
Smile, you're on. All right. Tonight, just a feel-good night in general for so many reasons. Obviously, the win, a convincing one. Scoot Henderson in his return looked great. I just talked to him after the game. He said, I could have even done, better, which is not surprising coming from Scoot, but I thought he looked really comfortable and in a rhythm. What did you think of Scoot? We'll start with him.
Well, I just thought that he played really hard. We expected the energy and we expected the rust. What I didn't see was him feeling any pressure.
Right.
And Scoot always tells you that he's a competitor and he's a warrior and he's a dog and all those things that describe, how he gets after it. But I just thought that the energy he brought was channeled into helping others first through his assist and then getting comfortable and having a variety of shot making, none more significant than throwing it down. Really a good outing for him.
And I really like that approach, especially in this game 52 being his first. Get your teammates going, which gets you excited, and then look for your shot. That's kind of feels like what Scoot was doing.
Yeah, that comes with the position as a point guard. You really want to help your teammates and help yourself. And you really want to not press and not feel like you have to make scoring decisions.
Okay, so speaking of Scoot, Tiago Splitter is downstairs, and he was asked about his performance just a few minutes ago.
How would you evaluate Scoot's game tonight, Tiago?
I think he started a little bit rusted, but was better throughout the game. Found confidence. Was aggressive on defense. Brought energy. Pushed the pace. Made some shots. Of course, still room for improvement, but just good to see they're competing and helping us get the W.
What happened to Shade,
He fell a little bit his calf again. I'm not sure how bad it is, but, we decided not to play anymore after this halftime there.
What were some of the things you guys were able to do tonight, particularly in the second half, that was able to let you guys extend that lead out?
Yeah, I think defensively, we were able to guard them better and stay home a lot of it when, Prosper were driving our fives and they have shooters all over, cutting, moving. And I think we did a better job off the ball. Our head was in a swivel and we got it better. That was the mistakes that we made in the first quarter when they scored 36 points and 8 threes, I believe, or something like that. But we were making those mistakes, and I think we cleaned up that in the second quarter. And from that moment on, we had a better defense.
What do you think the game Donovan had tonight?
Again, he's explored the rebound part, explored that they didn't have a big to box him out, finish around the rim well. Again, protected the rim. That's the DC that we expect every night. It's not an easy job to do, but, he moved also better. He was higher on screens, on shooters, contested shots. Even when Prosper shot the ball, he was contesting shots up in the three-point line, so moving a little bit better, and that's what we ask him to do, be a little bit more mobile there and do both, contest shots and protect the rim.
How important is it to get a guy like Scoot back who's a creator? Obviously, with Denny being kind of in and out of the lineup and Jrue having been out for a while, it seems like creation was something that was an issue for a while. Now it seems like with Scoot, maybe not so much.
Yeah, just putting pressure on the rim, finding situations for him to drive, and make good decisions. I think he's very strong with the ball there, and he sees the court. He's used to be in those situations where he's driving, he's either finishing or kicking out to shooters. So I think he did a good job of that. And again, just like you said, with Denny out, we need that. We need to touch the paint. A lot of games that we lost we didn't touch the paint enough. And it's a big thing. Once you touch the paint, the defense shrinks. That's when you start the closeouts. And basketball is a game of closeouts. So you got to create those advantages and then just try to keep it and take advantage of it.
With V being such a good three-point shooter, have you felt teams maybe defending your offense a little bit different when he's on the court now?
Definitely. He has a big gravity. He opens lanes for our drivers, and just good to see V there. I think he was great tonight, just moving off the ball, with the ball, quick decisions. I think V, played great tonight.
Like you played Scoot and Holiday together a little bit. What do you like about that pairing at the same time?
Well, I think give us, the playmaking of two players. It's a little bit also with the minutes restrictions that we have. We got to figure out ways to play them together and distribute the minutes throughout the roster. But, I think sometimes also having Jrue off the ball helps because, again, he's another guy that has gravity and can shoot the basketball in the three-point line. So opens gas for Scoot to drive and get to the rim.
Well, the team is getting healthier. Will you pick up the same defense strategy, like the pressures and the speed, as the team did before in the season? Would that be the remaining strategy of the season?
Probably not yet. I mean, I think we're going to be more aggressive, but not as much as we did in the beginning of the season. But as we get, 100% healthy, no minutes restriction, where guys can really go there and play at 100%, it's different. So I think we're going to get there, but not just yet.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Tiago.
All right, Michael, what did you take from what Tiago had to say?
That he gave Scoot his flowers in terms of what he brought to the table. Scoot had a team-high 19 in terms of plus-minus, so he was the most positive player on the roster. But what I really heard, Brooke, was Tiago tempering down the expectations that this healthy roster is going to play the way they did at the start of the season. Because I wrote down depth and defense. That was my two-word takeaway from this game. Wow, the Blazers had depth, and then look how the depth defended. So I think that's everybody's expectation, and Tiago said, not so fast.
And something I spoke with Scoot about in our walk-off, and I don't know if you would have had a chance to see it from where you are, but before we did our walk-off, he stood right here at the end, waited for every single player, every single coach to walk by, to give a high five and have a quick moment with. So I asked him about it after. He said, it's just important for me. And he gave a ton of credit for them getting him back and healthy. What does that say about him as a teammate?
It says a lot about him as a teammate, and it says a lot about how he values being a part of the team. Mm-hmm. When you're injured, you're by yourself a lot. You're going through rehab. You're going through pain. You're going through a lot without the benefit of the camaraderie of your teammates. And it's all to get back with them. And so what he's really saying is, I miss you guys and I love you.
Yeah.
A way that a guy does it.
That makes sense to me. Great shot at the top of my head for about 30 seconds as well. But yeah, he was all smiles tonight. You just love to see it. Oh, I love a good handshake. Oh, that was a good one. That was tough. There's a lot involved in that one.
Yeah, it's so generational because I don't get the handshake, the unique handshake with 15 different people, but I'm all for it if that's what pumps you up.
The fact that they can remember all of it just blows my mind. All right, time now for the Fred Meyer Golden Shopping Cart. Lots of options, but we went with Jrue Holiday, who was very effective tonight. What did you think about Jrue's night?
I just thought that he had a pace to his game and a piece with his game that when he put the ball on the deck and got downhill, he just made play after play, whether it was scoring, whether it was lobbing, or whether it was passing to himself off the top of the backboard. He just continued to make plays. Look at, he's just looking, surveying, and just taking his time. Dissection is what I would call his dribble penetration.
Yeah, just kind of playing around like, I'm going to do this. No, I'm going to do this. You just can't stop me. Taking a look at his numbers tonight and why he got the Golden Shopping Cart. Very efficient numbers. And when I think about having a healthy Jrue, a healthy Scoot, I'm sure that Tiago, even though he did say, don't get too excited, but that's pretty nice to have the depth at that position.
Yeah, and they have the ball in his hand as much as he did and only have one turnover. I mean, he really made a lot of positive things happen on the floor.
All right, when we come back, Tom Haberstroh is going to join the show. He's talking about how the Blazers were getting buckets tonight. I'm sure Scoot will find his way in it, of course, from Tom Haberstroh. So we'll hear from him when we come back. Score big this season with Fred Meyer Family Games, your perfect combo meal for game day. Each ticket comes with your choice of a burger or chicken tenders basket, plus a soda or water. Catch our next Fred Meyer Family Game on Tuesday, March 10th, as your Blazers face off against the Charlotte Hornets, who are playing very well right now. Visit trailblazers.com/family games to grab your tickets.